Well, hello everyone, it's Kat, and if you are watching this from the beginning, you are watching a recorded video of a live chat, and this chat is going to be all about procrastination. So this is where I invite my subscribers, my mentees, my patrons to come on in and present their questions about procrastination, their observations, and any other thing they need to talk about how procrastination is negatively or positively affecting them, probably negatively, and see if I can help. So here we go. All right, let's see who's on here. Jamise is here. Hi, Jamise. I just texted you. Hi, Candace. How are you? Kathy Young, ready for this? Be gentle, Kat. No. Sabrina is here. Hi, Sabrina. Charity is here, and Yasmin, Sharon, Gaynor, Kathy Jones. Everybody's here. Lily P. Frampton, finally back on to watch. Hi, Lily. I'm sorry, that's Lisa. Sorry, Lisa. Jean Bovier is here. Hi, Jean. Dakira Ortiz, thank you for your live. You're welcome. Is it pronounced Dakira? Please let me know. Polly Paget is here. Hi, Polly. Let's see who else is here. Lita. Hi, Lita. Marty's back from vacation. My sister Marty and moderator. Nancy Soretta is here. Hi, Kat. And everyone. Hi, Estella Sanchez is here. Mary B. Hi, Mary. Is that Mary Blue? Which Mary is it? Or Mary Barr? I think it's Mary Blue, but it could be Mary Barr. Linda Madison, sorry, Linda. Linda Madison is here. Cheryl Grocky and Shelly Kay, both of you are here. Good to have you. Candace is saying hey to Marty. Lisa says, I procrastinate because of how much pain it causes. That's interesting. You do it because it causes pain, or it causes pain when you do it. I think that might be what you mean. Patricia White, hi Patricia. From Delaware, Ohio. Thank you, Dakira or Dachira. I think it's Dakira, though. Please let me know. Antonia Sasser, thanks for putting your name in, Antonia. So happy to have you. Mary Barr. Okay, Mary Barr. Haven't talked to you in ages. How are you? My daughter's new book is coming out. We can all pre-order right now. It's called Into the Blue, and it's by I almost said Marty Watson, because I call Marty Robin and I call Robin Marty, because Marty was my baby sister. This is my baby daughter. I don't know. Anyway, it's by Robin Huber, not Marty Watson. Robin Huber. Margie Forrest, hello to everyone. Misty Amon, hi Misty. Julie Urquhart is here. Julie's here. JL, hiya from Alabama. Mr. B's on here. Karen Santiago, lots of people. Mary Blue is here. Number one problem, procrastination. Okay, Ann Ray, happy Tuesday. Lisa said it's really because it causes pain to do things. Ah, I gotcha. Mary B has already ordered it. Yes, Mary Barr, you're awesome. Okay, let's talk about it. You ready to talk? Destiny, hi Kat, I'm the queen of procrastination. We'll start with her. We'll start with Destiny. I just finished 4 years of college and they were awful to get through because of my procrastination. I bet it was. Marty said that Robin's a fabulous author. Margie Forrest, I am the queen of procrastination. Now, I've got 2 queens of procrastination, possibly a third, so you'll all have to give each other room at the top. Let's talk. Procrastination. What is it? It's putting things off, putting things off, putting things off. Why are we putting things off? Well, one answer is because the particular person, I don't remember which one of you said it, but says it, it was Lisa. She said it, she's got pain, and so she doesn't want to do things because it hurts. And that's true. You don't want to do things when they hurt, so you have to come up with different ways of doing things, or delegating things if you could possibly do that, because no one wants to hurt. Hi, Lisa. So if that's your problem, if that's why you're procrastinating, then be creative with your beautiful mind and come up with some ways to do things that don't hurt your body. And you're not expected to do everything. You're just expected to oversee everything. So if you can delegate, even to someone who's hired, you can do that. Okay, if you can afford it. Now, D. McDaniel, hi Kat and Mr. B, hi D. So we're talking about procrastination. I want you to stop proclaiming that you are the queen of procrastination. Instead, I'd love to hear you change the way you speak about yourself and say, I used to procrastinate, but I found a way around it. Okay, now I just have a comment that somebody has arthritis in their knees. Um, Mary Blue says it also often hurts worse if you procrastinate. Very good point. But if you've got knees full of arthritis, yeah, you can't get up and down. You can't squat and stand up. And maybe you can't even do some other things that involve your knees. I know my sister Marty has extreme rheumatoid arthritis, debilitating, crippling arthritis, and she manages to get around it. Now, she did get herself a little Roomba kind of a thing. She got it for $179, a rebuilt, I can't remember the name of it again. I asked her for it earlier today, but she used, and it's designed for pet hair, and it vacuums her whole house for her. And that's what, even though her husband is glad to do it, she would rather be in charge and have it happening. So he still vacuums from time to time, but she said that this little machine gets much better, does much better for her. Polly procrastinates because she wants everything to be a certain way. So hers is because she has perfectionism. Perfectionism is as bad as or equal to procrastination, because both of them freeze you up and don't allow you to get things done, right? Okay, so we're going to stop procrastinating and stop claiming it for ourselves. Hi, Ashrita. Brenda Jones is here. Patricia, I have a lot of low back pain and I have to break up the vacuuming. I don't do vacuuming because I have a bad back. Mr. B vacuums for me. I love that Marty has that little thing, though. That's pretty good. Ashrita said, her name is Anshal. Okay, hi, Anshal. All right, so if you are procrastinating, though, because, and probably most of you are not procrastinating because of pain. Probably most of you are procrastinating because you don't want to do it. We're talking about procrastination, Anshal. So procrastination is when you get up in the morning and you say, golly, I don't want to do my morning routine, so I'm just going to sit and drink coffee in my gown and look at Facebook. Sometimes we don't even know we're procrastinating. We have all these great ideas of things we're going to do, and we get up and we say, ooh, before I get started, I'm going to have a cup of coffee and let me just check my Facebook. 2 hours later, you're still drinking coffee and looking at things online, because one thing leads to another. So if that's you, don't pick up your phone before you get your things done. Okay, remember that you're just delaying the inevitable. You're going to have to do it if you want things to change in your life. Okay? All right, let's see. Anne says she has rheumatoid arthritis, and there are times when she puts things off because of pain, but mainly her main source of procrastination is she gets overwhelmed and avoids it instead. So she's got that freeze thing where there's just so many things to do. That's why I talk to you guys every single solitary day. I personally get on here and I tell you exactly what to do that day. Exactly what to do. If you're a payroll, I talk to you mainly on Saturdays and Sundays. I do talk to you from time to time throughout the week about little things you can be doing. But if you're an at-home homemaker, I talk to you every single solitary day and tell you exactly what to do and how long it's going to take you. So I know that you can not be worried about all the other things, because I've told you those other things are things that you just look at and you say, I see you and I've got a plan for you. And you put it in the plan of things that you want to do in the zone. When I tell you to work in a zone and I tell you to work for 15 minutes, I'm not telling you particularly what to do in that zone. That's your call. So that thing that's been bugging you can be in that next time you're in that zone. Remember the zones? Zone 1 is the entryway, any entryway into your home, inside or out. Zone 2 is the kitchen. Maybe if you have an eat-in kitchen, that part will be included as well. Zone 3 is the hallway, bathroom, and any other room that I don't talk about. Zone 4 is the master bedroom, master closet, and if you have one, master bathroom. And Zone 5 is the living room / dining room. The stairs are always going to be part of Zone 3 as another room. Children's rooms, guest room, laundry room, office, craft room, homeschool room, sunroom, all those things are other room, and you can work in one of those once a month, 4 times in a week. Okay, but we're not going to overwhelm ourselves and say, oh my gosh, what do you mean I have to do it perfectly? I can't do that. I don't have time to get that done in 15 minutes. We're going to drop our perfectionism and we're going to work in a little chunk about the size of a laundry basket. That's about 15 minutes worth of work, decluttering first. And once the decluttering is done, every visible and invisible piece of clutter in that room has been decluttered. Then and only then will you start cleaning in the room. To keep it from recluttering, after you declutter it and having that frustration, you've got to do clutter checks, and you link it to breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you have little tiny children, before bed as well. If you don't have a clutter check, that's actually this. If you don't have one, it's going to be like Pac-Man. Remember Pac-Man? It's just going to eat up all your clean space. It's going to take over, and you're going to be mad at yourself. So stop putting things off. Say to yourself, you know what? I will persevere. You can do all things through Christ who helps you. He strengthens you. So get up in the morning with a resolve. Say a prayer and get going. Get your morning routine done. Follow that by your children's morning routine if you have them. Follow that by the, you've got paper and laundry that happen in the morning. Follow that by the zone, and then follow that by the basic weekly plan. There are only 4 days that you work in your zone, 4. And on those same 4 days, you're going to work in your basic weekly plan. Basic weekly plan for Monday is weekly home blessing hour. It takes exactly 1 hour. It is finite. It is not infinite. You're not going to work all day on it. It is 1 hour. Free day is not a day that counts because you're not doing actionable items in your home. Wednesday is planning and desk day. That can take a little longer. It's 4 steps. It could take you like 2 hours to do that. Might not if you do it every single week like you should, but it might. The third thing that we're doing is errand day. And the fourth thing is car and purse day. Those are the only actionable days, 4 days, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you're going to work from, a half hour all the way up to maybe 3 hours, depending on what it is, because that planning and desk day is a quiet thing that you do that takes a little bit of time. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Patricia does not have Mr. B to vacuum. That's okay, then you have to come up with some other plan. Maybe you need to get one of those really light, little inexpensive vacuums that you just have push on a stick to just do your little easy vacuuming. Patty Taylor, I can declutter or clean for 15, but procrastinate those paperwork tasks like filling out forms. That would be on planning and desk day. That goes on a day where you're sitting at your desk and that's all you're doing. You're doing quiet work like that. And so you won't procrastinate, you'll have it in there and it'll be prioritized for you to do, okay? It's hard to do that during the week when you've got other things on your mind. Put it in your basket and handle it on planning and desk day, okay? Polly said, I used to procrastinate on dishes, but now I just do them as I go and it only takes a few minutes. Same thing with paper clutter, an inch at a time. Yes, ma'am. And you won't have paper clutter forever. As long as you're clearing out your mailbox when it comes in every day, and you're not letting that stuff pile up, here's how we get paper clutter, girls. The mail comes in, we stack it on the counter, I'll look at it later. Our famous last words, I'll do that later. The next day the mail comes in, you throw it on the counter. The next day your husband brings the mail in. I've got to get at that mail, it's 3 days of mail, I've got to get in there. I know I saw the light bill in there. It comes again, the 4th day, the 5th day, then this is pre-pandemic. Then you would say, oh no, somebody's coming over. And you would take that stack that you got from, a week, and you would throw it in a drawer, box, or closet, and there it would stay until the next time you do the same thing. And then before you know it, you're up to here in clutter. Most of that is trash. So 1 inch a day, we'll get rid of it and then keep it. When you come from the mailbox, start sorting it on the way into the house. Trash, trash, trash. Ooh, action item, trash, trash. Take the action item, put it in your inbox. Don't even put it on the counter. Okay? All right, let's see. Polly said, I also procrastinate when things look overwhelming. So you just don't look at them. You say, I see you, I have a plan for you, and you work what I tell you to work that day, or what you put in your planner to do that day, based on what I've told you to do, because that's why you're here, right? You're not here to just get inspiration. You're here to learn how to really do it. And so I'm telling you the steps to do, okay? Sabrina said, I have multiple sclerosis, but that's not the reason I procrastinate. It's actually the reason I try to change when I do, and then later have to do it all at once. I surely will get a flare-up. Well, sometimes you do get a flare-up, and when you get a flare-up, you can't do anything about that with MS. You have to just relax. You have to stay out of the heat. You know, my friend Margaret has MS, my mother-in-law had MS, I have other clients with MS that I mentor, and they're able to get their work done. You can't worry about a flare-up all the time. You can't live in fear. You just do your work, and if one day you have a flare and it lasts for a week or a month or a year, it doesn't matter. You just do what you can do. That's all you can do, and that's the best thing to do, okay? All right. Let's see. Gosh, got a lot of comments. Okay, I'm going to read from the bottom up because I'm not going to catch up if I don't. If so, you can hold off your comments for just a minute. Bill says, there's so much to do on planning and desk day, I can never get it done. Remember to break it into 4 parts: food, finance, inbox, and planner. And say, I'm only going to spend an hour. I'm only going to spend 30 minutes on the food part. I'm only going to spend an hour on the finance part. I'm only going to spend 30 minutes on the inbox part, and I'm only going to spend 15 minutes on the planner part, or whatever. You just really have to make yourself stick to a schedule. You can't just be wide open, okay? Let's see, Charity said, I love the I see you and I have a plan for you. I've been using that when something screams at me as I walk by, and it helps so much to know that I have a day to plan and tackle it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that comment, Charity. Julie says, I am now keeping up with the paper. It is the backlog I'm working on now. Yes, ma'am. Good job, Julie. Hi, Gani. Shelley said, I'm trying to teach my kids not to procrastinate like I have always done. Teaching them is helping me not to do it myself. The teacher always learns the most, Shelley. Candace, before I get out of bed, I go through my mind, picturing doing the morning routine and zone. It makes it easier to get up and get at it. I totally agree. I think that's an excellent plan, Candace. Hi, Micah. She said, catching you late, we'll rewatch later. That's okay. It's actually just started, Micah, but that's all right. You just described my paper issue, Julie said. I know, Julie, I described everybody's paper issue. Dakira, my name is Spanish. How can I be your flybaby? Just subscribe and be here with us every week. That'll be awesome. And if you're interested, you can go look at Patreon, patreon.com. Mr. B will put the link up. Before I end tonight, I will talk about that this afternoon, Dakira. Ozan says, I read so many books about personal growth, but it didn't help me. The key message was just do it. But how do you just do something? That's right. It's hard to just do something when you're frozen and overwhelmed. That's why I'm here for you every single day to say, this is what you're doing this morning. You're going to get up and make your bed. These are simple steps I give you. Wash your face, brush your teeth. And you do those little steps, and one thing leads to another, and it's like a slinky going down the stairs, and before you know it, you're done. Okay, I'm not answering new questions. I'm going backwards right now, girls, so hold on, okay? Don't type any yet. Let's see. I always feel like I'm never done. So much to do at home and at work. But Mary, don't worry about that. Don't worry about being done. Worry about doing what you have to do well, not in perfectionism, but doing the best you can in the shortest period of time that you can. And I will help you with that. If you're payroll, it means if you work outside the home or you work in the home 8 hours or more a day, then you're going to be doing the payroll plan, which I talk about every Saturday. And I talk about it, sprinkle it in on Sunday and other days, but Saturday's the big day for you to watch, okay? All right. But don't worry about not knowing what to do, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. All right, let's see. I think I got everybody that went backwards on. Okay. I think I've got a couple more. Okay, Sarah says, I'm procrastinating right now. Well, Sarah, if you meant to watch me and this is going to help you, you're not procrastinating. Don't say everything you're doing is procrastination. This may be an inspiration for you so that when you're done, you'll do your routines today, at least do your routines. Destiny, I used to procrastinate in college because I either found things more important than my homework to do, or I just felt like it would take too much time away from other things. That's right. And you know what? And then you'd see those students who make great grades and they consistently work, but they never work so hard like you did. Because what would happen to us, Destiny, I say us in a loving way, we would put it off, and then it was time for the big test, and we'd go to the library and we'd stay up all night and we'd crash, and I mean, you know, crash all that stuff into our heads, and then we go take a test and we pass it, and we do even pretty good, you know, if your memory's pretty good, but it's short-term memory. And in the long term, you didn't really learn anything. You just jammed it in here, and at the end of the year, it was really hard to study for the final, right? Because all that stuff you didn't really learn. It's so much easier to make A's than it is to make C's, because C's, you're always constantly doing that. With A's, you're constantly learning. The dripping of water wears away stone. You're doing a little bit every day, and you're really learning and really absorbing. Okay, but your little sponge can't absorb so much in one day. All right. Let's see. Guys, I know you're still asking questions, but hold tight. I'm answering these old ones first, okay? I think I got them all. I got that, 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 I got that. That and that. Ozanne, have you tried the book 5-Second Rule or audiobook? I don't need to. I have this program and it works great. Those are not bad things. I'm not saying they are, but this is the one I follow. I follow the Flylady system, my version of it, having been a Flylady myself. It's a little bit different. Every Flylady has her own little spin on it, because you have a different personality, a different way of looking at the world, and that's perfectly okay. Okay, so this is the way I do it, and I have a lot of people who like it, and so that's why we do it. How do you manage digital clutter? Memory says, I tend to procrastinate it all the time. You do it just like anything else. You say, if you're talking about at work, I would say digital clutter happens first thing in the morning. Give it at least 10 or 15 minutes and work on it every day. At home, if you have digital clutter, I would do that on planning and desk day, and I would give it probably 15 minutes to start clearing some of that out. 15 minutes is a lot of dedicated time to digital clutter. You can get a lot gone. And don't save every single thing, and get rid of things as you read them if they're not necessary to keep. All right. I read that, I read that, I read that. I'm getting down to the bottom. Hold on. I freeze up about once a week and feel like I have to give up. It takes a bit to shake it off. JL, I know you can do it. You've been doing it for quite a long time, and you do a great job. Don't over-expect. Just do the minimum. Just do what I tell you to do. Ozanne says, oh, Karen Santiago's talking to Ozanne, and she was asking her about the 5-second rule. Okay. Let's see. Lita, the paper clutter example is exactly what I've done since 2011. It overtook my bedroom, and literally I have 15 storage bins of paper clutter. That's okay. If you have 15 storage bins of paper clutter, let's say that each storage bin has 3 feet of paper if you stacked it up. So 3 times 15 is 45 feet. That will take you 22.5 months working 1 inch a day, 6 days a week. But guess what? You've had it for 9 years. 22.5 months isn't even 2 years, and it'll all be gone, and you'll be rid of it, and you won't have to kill yourself doing it. So do 1 inch a day. Commit to doing that. Take 6 inches out every week. Sit it by the dryer or wherever it is that you buy your coffee, whatever, that you can work on it every day. And whatever's in there that's important to be handled, like it needs to be filed, or it needs to be paid, or it needs to be disputed, or it needs to be put in your planner, whatever, goes in your inbox. Everything else gets shredded. If you live in the United States and you're an average American citizen, you only have to keep 3 years of financial stuff, not including the year we're working on. Well, we're currently working on 21. Even though we have an extension for 20 this year, we're still working on 21. So you need to keep 20, 19, and 18. 17 and older, garbage. So that's a bunch of it. But still look through it, because you'd be shocked what you might find. I've had people find cash, certificates, important papers. Just have to look through it. But don't worry about it. 1 inch a day is not much, okay? All right, let's see. Makes sense, Ozanne said. Dakira said, do you have videos on how to write a journal with the zones and planners? I do. In my Patreon link on my Patreon in March, I made one called Planning in Your Planner. And there's also some old ones here on YouTube you can find. You just have to look. Karen Santiago, try it. Good book. Okay, Karen likes that book. Dakira said, I get monthly payments. And What does that mean? I need more explanation than that. I don't know what you're talking about. Sabrina, I think I didn't explain right. When I procrastinate, I tend to catch up on I tend to try to catch up on it later, and that's when my body reacts with a flare up for sure. That's why I try to stick to your plan. Yes, Sabrina, absolutely. That's why you want to do that. That's why you want to do that. You don't want to, and I know Sabrina is a current mentee, so I know Sabrina, but but Sabrina, you know, it's because you don't want to put those things off, because when you do, you try to make up for lost time. But if you ever do put things off, any of you, don't try to make up for lost time. There is no lost time. We're just going to go forward. Don't make it a bad habit of putting things off forever. But when you have put something off, don't try to make up for lost time. Just go forward. Forgive yourself and go forward. It's called giving yourself grace, and go forward, okay? With new resolve. Let's see. I even struggle with doing my bed when I wake up because I am like, it doesn't hurt anybody when my bed isn't done right. I think I just need to set my priorities right. And that's true. It doesn't hurt anyone. However, it doesn't help anyone either. And when you make your bed in the morning and you get dressed first thing, you've accomplished something already. And that accomplishment spurs you on to do the next thing. So always make your bed. And when you walk into the room, it's such a pleasure to have a made bed. And when you get into the bed at night, it's such a pleasure to have flat sheets and get in a nice clean bed. So always make your bed without question. Don't leave your bedside until you make your bed, unless you have to go to the bathroom really bad. But mainly I like you to stand up and make your bed. If you go to the bathroom first, that's fine. Then come make your bed. Don't waste time. Get it made right away. It will make you feel like you've accomplished, well, you have accomplished something. It's the first accomplishment of the day. All right? Christy Smith, aloha. Hi, Christy. Grace Mann, it feels so good to get things done and enjoy the rest of the day. Yes, it does, Miss Grace. Christy Smith, I'm back to the program day 2, and it feels so good to get control back. Thank you, Kat and Mr. B. You're welcome, Christy. Charity, I love how you quote and apply scripture. Thank you, Charity. Thanks, everyone, for the thumbs up, Mr. B says. Christina Bomley, my sink is soaking with Fabuloso, and it smells great. I love you, Christina. Tony Shark Denis, I guess that's somebody we didn't want to talk to. Mr. B took him away. Amy Shamblin just tuned in. Hi, Amy. Long time. Polly, when you begin decluttering your house by zones, how long does it take to go through the whole house? It depends on how much clutter you have in your house. So if you're a person, it's the same thing with paper clutter. You know, you might have 22 and a half months of paper clutter. You might have 2 months of paper clutter. And so that's not a question I can really answer. It's up to you. It depends on how long your house has been out of control. And that's when you're going to go forward through it. It's going to take so long to chip through it. And that's what you're doing. So I would say that the average person can get through their whole house if they don't have a lot of clutter in about 6 months. It'll be looking super duper terrific, maybe even 3 months. But some people take a year, some people 2, some people 3, some people 5, but it doesn't matter, because here's the deal. It looks so much better after the first month than it ever did before you got started. So you won't mind it, because it'll feel better and better and better and better, okay? So don't worry about how long it's going to take. That's immaterial. The idea is that you're doing it and you're learning and you're getting a handle on things. Okay. Let's see. JL says, for Ozan, the bed is the first accomplishment of the day, setting up your attitude to tackle your day. Yes. Takira, haha, I'm sorry. I meant like to plan to payments and meal planning and cleaning plan with the journal and the planner. I'm sorry. Like things to-do list. Okay, I don't remember that question now because it slipped by me, but I think you're saying how long does it take to do these things? And you know, it depends on your speed, but my recommendation is 2 hours should be ample time to get these things done. 2 hours, maybe 3 if you're just starting out and you're a little rusty, but it shouldn't take you a long time. But it does take the longest time of anything we do, probably, besides running errands if you have a lot. But it's really, really, really important that you get it done. Mr. B's got my link up for Kat's Patreon channel. That's the link right there. So it's patreon.com/A Better Life with Kat, or you can put the app on your phone, patreon.com, or you can go to patreon.com on the internet and just look up A Better Life with Kat and sign up. It's $5 a month, and there are over 700 videos for you to enjoy. Amy said, I need to make my bed because I fold laundry on it. That's good. That's a good reason. Not the only reason, but a good reason. Polly, it's important to get dressed every day, even during COVID. I think we need the distinction between day and night. That's right, and you do it for yourself because you want to feel nice. When you walk by the mirror and you see yourself and you've got a little lipstick on, your hair's done, you've got on your earrings, you've got on your necklace, you're wearing a little dress or a little shirt and a pair of shorts or whatever, you feel good. If somebody comes to the door, you can open the door. Okay? Let's see. Amy said, maybe call a friend to help you go to the friend's house and help them. Okay. Sherry Cook is here. Hi, Sherry. I don't have a P.O. box anymore, Sherry, but thanks for asking. Amy said, that's accountability. Yes, it is. Do you do one-on-one? Yes, I do, Takira. And you can go to patreon.com and you will see that I have $50 a month for twice a month mentoring and $25 a month for once a month mentoring. In the fall, I do 4 times a month mentoring. I have not announced that yet because I don't have my spots yet. Okay. Karen Santiago says, progress, not perfection. Exactly, Karen. Thank you for helping people. You're welcome, Polly. Marty said, Takira was saying that she gets a monthly check and it had, oh, thank you, Marty, and has to figure out her whole month's finances from one payment. Takira, is it the same amount every month? I'm anxious to know that because it probably is. And if it is, then you pretty much know what you're going to spend every month. You're just waiting for it to come in so you can pay them. So you've already got it ready to go, right? Okay. Nancy said, I sent something to your P.O. box. Oh no, Nancy, bless your heart. It doesn't exist anymore. We closed it when I moved in with Mom and Dad. But I can talk to you in private because you're one of my mentees. I'll give you my real address. Yes, Takira said. Okay. I hope it gets returned to you, Nancy. I apologize. Okay, girls, it's been 31 minutes. I've got to go. I have things I have to do. I hope you enjoyed this talk on procrastination. I hope you have a great and blessed day. And I hope you remember that you are beautiful. Bye.